So this is a Ranchero, which is I think is a pretty rare car, right?
It's a '67. It's a 1 year only car.
Right.
That they used the Fairlane nose on the Ranchero, and they made 400 black 390s in '67. This is a 390. It wasn't a factory installed 390, however. It was a 289 car originally, and someone put the 390 in.
They were all black. Every one of them.
No,
Okay.
no, they made only 400 black with 390s.
Okay, got it. So what was this like when it came in, and what have you had to do with it?
It was a pretty nice car. That was a driver quality car when it came in. It was a California car. Had an older repaint on it, and it had a fiberglass hood on it that was a problem in the very beginning. However, the first thing we did was underneath. We replaced front and rear suspension, all new, everything, front, everything rear, springs, shocks, brakes, put new dual exhaust on it, and then he drove it around for a little bit, and then he couldn't stand the fiberglass hood anymore, and brought it in to see if we could line up the nose, try to get the nose to line up.
Okay.
So we did that, and it did line up a little bit better. But in the meantime, he was buying parts from this guy in South Carolina that sold Fairlane parts, and I told him, why don't you ask that guy if he's got a GT hood? That would look really good on this car, even though they didn't offer GTs in the Rancheros until '68. And he thought, that guy's not going to have one of those hoods, they're wicked rare. And I said, yeah, he's a Fairlane guy, he's probably got one for himself, you know, and he did. So we bought this one, and we did the whole front of this car over, fenders from the doors forward. The grill I restored, it's an original grill, was in remarkable condition. We replated the bumper, all the sheet metal got stripped and this is dusty, but got all stripped and redone also.
Wow.
Everything underneath the car is like this satin black. We took all the undercoating off. Everything in here and underneath is like this now. Inside the fenders, everything.
Wow, it's beautiful.
So the plan was that we were going to get the front of the car back together. In the meantime, I rewired all of this too. The front, the under the dash, everything.
So you don't just do paint work. You can do just about anything mechanical.
Yeah, well, I did all the mechanical work in here too. We took all this apart, redid all the stuff on the front of the engine, new water pump. I added power steering, new chrome alternator, new aluminum radiator. We put a new aluminum intake and carburetor on it, a new master cylinder, and it just keeps going, you know.
Wow. But it seems now that you've got it in primer in the back.
Yeah, so we did the front of the car. The plan was he was going to take it after the front was done and drive it around for a little while. That ended up not happening.
Okay.
So when the whole Corona thing started up, I figured I might as well start stripping the paint off of the back of the car and do that up. So got into that. And
Wow.
so the back is primed. I still got to do the doors. They got to be stripped and primed. And we have a new windshield already in it. The interior we already did over, and the rear glass is already new. So we got to do the doors and the door glasses, and then paint the doors, the roof, the quarters, and the tailgate, and it'll be done.
Wow. That's great.